What if one of Brazil's most exciting young stars suddenly returns just in time for two massive international matches? For the past few weeks, many Brazil fans have been worried about the absence of the incredibly talented teenager Estevão Willian. The young Brazilian sensation, who recently made headlines after joining Chelsea FC, has been missing from action due to an injury. His absence naturally raised concerns among supporters. Many fans started asking the same question. Will Estevao miss Brazil's upcoming matches against France national football team and Croatia national football team? Those are two extremely important fixtures, especially with the global spotlight now slowly turning toward the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. But now, there is some fantastic news for Brazil supporters around the world. According to recent updates, the situation is far more positive than many initially feared. In fact, the answer to the big question is simple. No, Estevao is not expected to miss those matches. The management of Chelsea FC has already communicated directly with Brazilian Football Confederation, commonly known as the CBF, regarding the player's condition. The message from the club is very clear and encouraging. Estevão Willian is expected to fully recover and return to the pitch before Brazil's next two international matches take place. This means that if head coach Carlo Ancelotti wants to include him in the squad, there will be no medical obstacle preventing that decision. For Brazil fans, this update brings a huge sense of relief. Over the past few weeks, supporters have been missing the creativity, speed, and attacking flair that Estevao brings to the field. Even though he is still very young, many football analysts already consider him one of the brightest attacking prospects in world football. His dribbling ability, quick decision-making, and fearless style of play have already drawn comparisons with some of Brazil's legendary attackers. That is why his temporary absence raised so many concerns among fans who were eager to see him continue his rapid rise. However, the story is not completely straightforward yet. Even though the medical reports are positive and Chelsea has confirmed that he should be fit soon, there is still one important question remaining. Will Carlo Ancelotti actually select him for the upcoming squad? That decision now rests entirely with the Brazilian head coach. Ancelotti has been carefully monitoring the fitness levels and performances of all his players as he prepares the team for upcoming international challenges. While Estevao's talent is unquestionable, the coach will still need to consider whether the player is match-ready after spending some time recovering from injury. Another factor that makes this situation interesting is that Estevao has not been playing regularly for Chelsea in recent weeks. Because of the injury, he has been out of competitive matches for a while. Even after reaching near full fitness, players often need a little time to regain their rhythm, sharpness, and match intensity. For a young player especially, returning from injury can be a delicate process. Coaches and medical staff usually prefer to ease players back into action rather than rushing them straight into high-pressure matches. That is why many Brazilian fans are now closely watching Ancelotti's upcoming squad announcement. If the coach believes Estevao is fully ready, there is a strong chance the young winger could be included in the squad to face France and Croatia. Both of those matches are expected to be extremely competitive and could serve as important preparation games for Brazil as they continue building their team for future international tournaments. Facing top European sides like France and Croatia will provide a perfect opportunity for the Brazilian squad to test their tactics, chemistry, and squad depth. For Estevao himself, returning to the national team would be a huge moment. Playing for Brazil at the international level is always a special honor, and every young Brazilian footballer dreams of wearing the famous yellow jersey. If he is selected, these matches could give him another chance to prove that he belongs among the country's most exciting attacking talents. His speed on the wing, ability to beat defenders one-on-one, and creativity in the final third could add a fresh attacking dimension to Brazil's lineup. At the same time, there's already a growing belief among many football observers that Estevao's long-term future with the Brazilian national team is extremely bright. In fact, many experts believe that his place in Brazil's plans for the 2026 World Cup is almost certain. Even though the tournament is still approaching, Brazil is already identifying the players who could form the core of their squad. Young stars like Estevao represent the next generation of Brazilian football, and coaches are eager to give them opportunities to gain international experience before the biggest stage arrives. So as Brazil prepares for these upcoming matches, all eyes will now be on Carlo Ancelotti and his final squad selection. Will he decide to bring the young Chelsea star back into the team immediately? Or will he give him a little more time to regain full match fitness before calling him up again? Either way, the latest news about Estevao's recovery is undoubtedly a huge boost for Brazil supporters. The talented winger is very close to returning to action, and the possibility of seeing him back in the famous yellow jersey again is becoming more and more real. For fans who have been eagerly waiting to watch him play again, the coming days could bring some very exciting news.